Kumu Discussions, and I probably should have labeled this Kumu Discussions one more time because I've already done a couple of videos about Kumu Discussions, though the understanding continues to evolve and makes the previous videos sort of obsolete. So here we go. At the end of February of 2023, Kumu updated the issues function and decided to call it discussions. And they fixed several aspects of it that now makes it actually usable, whereas previously it was a really good idea that wasn't quite ready for prime time. So they added a new tab here. Used to be that you clicked down here to get to discussions, but there's a tab over here so that on the main project profile page, you can click here and it will show you all of the discussions that currently exist. Now, this feature is only available for projects created in a pro workspace, which is different than a completely free workspace in that you have to sign up for it. And if you go here, there's a link to the Kumu documentation that talks about the pro workspace and how you sign up for one. And here's the information about how much it costs. It costs a flat $10 a month for a pro workspace account in which you can create all of the public projects that you want to for nothing. The thing about discussions is anyone with a Kumu account, and if you don't have an account, you can go here and sign up for one for free. Anyone with an account can comment on any public project. They can actually comment in any element, connection, or loop in that project. And that comment, that discussion, once initiated, will get sent to everyone who is a member of that project. Now, members of projects is something that's added by the manager in that they can add people as observers, contributors, or managers of the project, and they have different rights. Now, even if you're not a member of the project, non-members can create discussions. The thing is, when you create a discussion, you need to actually go and follow that discussion by clicking this little bell that says, okay, you're following this discussion, and any future posts to this discussion you'll get a copy of. Observers, contributors, and managers, in other words, observers, contributors, and managers get an email every time a discussion is created in their mailbox. And observers, well, non-members and observers can edit and delete their own posts or their own discussions. Contributors can edit any post or discussion or delete them. And the managers can do those and also add members to the project. Now, but to create a discussion, it's really easy. All you have to do is click on the element or the connection or the loop, whichever you want to create a discussion on. And the idea of a discussion is you have feedback or comments or questions about some aspect of a model. Once you select it, you come down here and you click on comment, and it starts with the title for the thing that you clicked on. Why is this labeled observer? Which is a really dumb comment, but that's okay. And then you say create the discussion. Now, all of the people who are members of this project just got an email. They got an email that says, in this form, my name, because I created it from Kumu, the project name and the discussion title and whatever the text was. You can reply directly via email, or you can view it, use a link to get to the discussion in Kumu. And you can also click right here to follow this discussion. In other words, you don't have to go to Kumu to follow the discussion if you get an email saying that there was a discussion initiated. So I just created this one, so I'm going to follow it. So now if somebody else posts a comment to this discussion, either by going to Kumu or by responding to their email. I'll get a copy of it in my mailbox. And when you get a copy of it, when you future posts to the discussion, you'll get an email that looks like similar to that one, but it'll say reply in via email or view it on Kumu. You can also unsubscribe from this discussion in the email, or you can go back to Kumu and click this and unsubscribe, and you'll get a note that says you've unsubscribed from the discussion. So there's a little bit of a quirk about how you follow a discussion. If you're in one and you click another one, it will take you to that discussion. If you want to get back to the beginning, well, you have to click here to back up to the post itself, and then you have to click this X to get back to the list of them. And you can click overview at any time. But to get back to the list of discussions. Now, if you go to Kumu and you see a number right down here in blue, that number says there are that many discussion posts that you've not seen. And if you go to discussions, some of these will be in blue, meaning those are the discussions that have posts that you haven't seen. So, I mean, if you don't pay attention to your emails, because a lot of us don't, we just get too damn many of them, when you actually go back to the project, it will remind you that there are discussions that you haven't seen, and you can then go ahead and look at them and comment on them as you choose. You can also search in here so that you can use this search facility to search anything in the project itself, the titles, the text, the types, the tags, all of those aspects for elements, connections, and links. There aren't any, or loops. There aren't any loops in this particular model, but it will search all of that. If you want to search the discussions, you can use this feature, and it will search the content of all of the discussions, look for whatever it is that you're looking for. And I already talked about editing and deleting discussions. It's in other words, if you stop it. If you look at a post, all right, if you mouse over it, the edit and the delete icons are at the right of whatever it is that you moused over. You need to mouse over the name associated with whoever did the post. And if you want to edit or delete the conversation itself, you can do that here. If you go back one, there's no delete feature here. You actually have to be in the discussion, and you can edit or delete it here. And as I said, non-members and observers can edit and delete their own discussions and posts. Contributors and managers can edit and delete anything. So don't make anybody contributors or managers of a project unless you trust them. And I think that's what I understand about Kumu Discussions at the moment, but there's probably a few other quirks that I haven't quite run into. We're currently testing, the Kill Devil Hills group is currently testing it in something called KDH Mindstorms, and we have all of these discussions going on amongst a few people. There's a bunch of us at the moment, and we're sort of wringing it out to see. I mean, it's a great feature to enable you to elicit feedback from other people when you don't have an opportunity to actually interact with them directly. Though if you want feedback, you want to make sure that the piece of the model that you want feedback on is actually understandable. So, so here's one. It says discussions. One, it says that this discussion has a post that I haven't seen. Oh, no. This one has a discussion I haven't seen. So I have to go look at that. Take care. Bye.